There's a report out there. Well, I shouldn't say it's necessarily a report. There was a piece in Politico that suggests that Paul Ryan may be resigning. He may be resigning after 2018 to go home and spend more time with his kids. I am, color me dubious. Color me dubious. I think he's probably, this is more of his I'm reluctant, but if nominated, I will type of BS. But he could very well be on the way out. He may actually even, who knows? Who knows what's the next couple of weeks are going to bring with Paul Ryan and with the Republicans at large. I mean, we're going to be talking about that with Digby. But let's hear Paul Ryan yesterday. Republicans, ostensibly, he's out there taking credit for the deal reached on the tax bill. There was a little bit of a hiccup. Marco Rubio wanted slightly more in terms of refundable tax credits. To his credit, to Rubio's credit, it's for people who are on the lower half of the income spectrum. But here is Paul Ryan, and his big thing obviously has always been to cut Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security, and here he is laying the groundwork for that. Because once the tax cuts go through, then all of a sudden they're going to realize, like, oh my God, this really increases the deficit. And oh gosh, we're going to have to cut Social Security. And the reason why we have to cut Social Security is because of there's a lot more retired people than there are workers. So we're going to pretend that increases in productivity mean nothing. We're going to pretend all that. But here is Paul Ryan. Here's his soft and fuzzy way of saying we're going to be cutting your retirement benefits.
People. This is going to be the new economic challenge for America. People. Baby boomers are retiring. I did my part, but we need to have higher birth rates in this country. Meaning, baby boomers are retiring, and we have fewer people following them in the workforce. We have something like a 90% increase in the retirement population in America, but only a 19% increase in the working population in America. So what do we have to do? Be smarter, more efficient, more technology? Still going to need more people. And when we have tens of millions of people right here in this country falling short of their potential, not working, not looking for a job, or not in school getting a skill to get a job, that's a problem.
Pause it. Okay. Now, wait a second. Is that all there is? Okay. So let's try and just unpack the lies layered on top of lies, layered on top of smears. Let's just work backwards, shall we? If there was all these jobs out there, they're just waiting. These highly skilled jobs, or these maybe mid-level skilled jobs. If there were all these jobs out there that people couldn't fill, we would see wages increase, which we haven't seen, particularly relative to productivity, even remotely close over the past 30 years. Going back a little bit even further, this whole notion of him saying, we don't have enough people. The U.S. retirement age 65 plus population in 2016 was 50 million, about approximately 50 million. If you're talking about a 90% increase that resulted in that number, then the actual population increase required would be about 23 million people. U.S. working age population, 2016, 192 million people, approximately. Ryan claimed that the increase that resulted in that number is 19%. That would be 31 million people, somewhere around there. So in other words, there are more people who entered the job force than entered into the retirement population. The idea, and we're also talking about people who are more productive. If you are worried about Social Security running out, the issue is not we don't have enough people. The issue is we're not capturing as much of the income generated by the American workforce that we used to. And why is that? It is because of the cap. The cap is at about 118,000, maybe it's 120,000 now. Above that, we don't capture any of that income. Wealth inequality, income inequality is such now that we used to capture 95% of income generated, and now we capture about 9 percentage points less than that. So all we need to do is raise the cap. We don't need to have more babies. And if we really needed more people, then you should also look to your left and look to your right and look at all the Republicans who are trying now to drive immigrants out of the country. Not just so-called illegals, not undocumented immigrants. They're now trying to drive immigrants out of the country. We'll get to that clip later.
He doesn't mean those people.
Oh, right. He just means we need more Irish Catholic babies. And so Paul Ryan continues to be full of crap, but he throws out a couple of percentages and then some type of moralizing about people having babies as some way of justifying cutting your retirement benefits. I hope he resigns. Good riddance.
I hope he loses in an utterly humiliating fashion. I still think there is no better. No one can put so many lies, so much disingenuousness, and actually sort of like soft voice, just disgusting sentiment in such a short period of time as him. There's no one better.
It's almost like people have fewer children when they don't know that they can provide for them. I mean, speaking as a millennial myself, like, I'm not going to bring a precious life in the world so you can grind it up into fucking nootropics for rich people. I'm sorry.
That's really not the kind of innovation-based can-do spirit that's going to grow the American economy. So it's very sad when you hear millennials don't want future potential children grind up into dust to produce nootropics for the wealthy. That's not how America got where it was.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos